This is episode 1. In this first episode of The Lone Lawnman, I mow the first lawn I ever mowed in Florida for the very last time. So let's mow and talk about it.
This is my parents' yard. It's not theirs anymore, but this is the last time I ever cut it, which is kind of fitting because it's the first lawn I ever mowed in Florida. Not as a business owner, but nonetheless, still the first lawn. It was gorgeous St. Augustine grass back then. That was probably 2008, maybe 6, 8, 7, 8, somewhere around there. It just went to shit. There's some St. Augustine left, but it's mostly Bermuda and just weeds. But I'm using a 42-inch box door Toro from Home Depot. This video is sped up, I think, 2x. And I think this was April of 2021. Somewhere around there. Do I have it? Yeah, April 12th. So almost a year ago. I've been meaning to make these videos forever. I don't know. Everything's just going to kind of sound like an excuse in my head, maybe to you, about why I haven't followed through on this, but now's the time. Figured to get it fucking done. I mow that yard across the street as well. They live in Norway. They prepay me like 6 months in advance cash. That shrub right there, that's a pittosporum. They stink when you cut them. I don't like the smell very much. These shrubs over here to the left, those are shilling. Really slow growers. Usually only have to cut them back 2-3 times a year at the most. They don't shoot off long legs random like viburnum or ligustrum does, so I'm a big fan. There's lots of some liriope there, that decorative grass. This was a pain in the ass. There's a 4-foot gate when I was just under 4 feet wide with the mower. And just trying to squeeze in between that liriope and sprinkler heads and concrete and fence, and well, those days are over anyway. The grass back here used to be fucking gorgeous, man. I just had enough room to squeeze around this shed. I never really rutted it up. That usually surprises me if you got a path that you can't deviate from. You have to go one way in, one way out, week in and week out. Eventually you're going to compact the soil where your tires are, but it never really happened here. I can't access the other side of the backyard there. As you can see, there was like a cactus garden kind of thing and a walkway. So there was a gate on either side of the house that I would go through to mow the grass, which is a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. That road out there, man, 25 miles an hour, and people would haul ass 50 miles an hour through there. That's a sago palm. Boom, just passing it there. There's not much grass up back here. There's some kind of yucca plant there straight ahead. That was like hip high a few years earlier. It just friggin' exploded. So I just come back here, make a couple of quick passes. I think between the pool screen and the fence, it was like not even a full 3 passes wide. So bang this out pretty quick. There used to be a kumquat tree right in the middle, and that died. You ever eat a kumquat? Freaking gross. There's that sago again. That plant right there is a bougainvillea. Bougainvillea. Oh, they fucking sharp. Oh my god. Definitely a lawn guy's worst enemy around here. That's a plant anyway. Not sure why I just went back up there again. So I usually spend about 12-15 minutes on the mower for that property. I think out of all the things that we do, servicing lawns, line trim is my favorite for sure. You know, see how I'm hitting the weeds and the cracks of the sidewalk. You know, pay attention to little details like that, man. You can make an entire lawn look awesome and leave a couple of weeds in a sidewalk crack or in a driveway seam or something, and it takes away from your hard work. So just hit those, man. Don't be a fucking lazy prick. Going up around the walkway, hitting crack weeds. That's a really steep part right there, believe it or not. It's small, but you can't really get it with the mower. Scooching around behind the gate in the backyard, along the hardscape. There's really not much grass back here at all friggin' weeds. It used to be gorgeous, man, 10-12 years ago. Around the shed. There's an area between the rock bed and the shed that was too narrow for my mower, so I had to trim the whole thing. Now I'm working my way out of the backyard. I'm going to go out the gate that I just came in, and using the trimmer, I'm going to edge. It's rare that I use an edger. I would say 1 to 3 times a year per property. I mean, it's as needed, but that's what I would have to guess. I mean, a good rainstorm's going to sweep a lot of sand and soil, debris, whatever, into the edges. The stolons from the grass are going to grow into it. But maintaining an edge with a line trimmer is just faster, I think. I think it produces better results. I think the lines are crisper. But it's not going to cut through those vining grasses super well if they're firmly established. But if they're fresh little sprouts, it'll crush them. I bought 50. I think it was a 50 pack of edger blades like 3 years ago on Amazon, and I've probably still got 35 of them. Keep those utility boxes clean, man. People dig that. That one doesn't really need to be edged because it's above grade a few inches, but a lot of them are sort of, sunk into the ground a little bit. Give them nice crisp dark edges, man. People appreciate that. Trimming around this yucca, I took one of those friggin' things to the eye 2 years ago. Pictures floating around somewhere. I'll have to dig that up. My wife thought it was cool. Around some flower boxes. hardscapes. If I see things sprouting in between those donuts and the sprinkler heads, try to give those a whack with the line trimmer too. I bet I didn't even edge right there. Wonder if I picked up that broken sago frond. There were pine trees in the vacant lot next door, and it just dumped big pine needles, man. They were 10, 12 inches long. My father used to hate they'd get stuck in the pool screen. And this is where I'll edge backwards now. Well, we've got a few crack weeds there apparently. Watching them back for that bougainvillea, whatever. Yeah, I turned around there so it wouldn't get me. There's a bunch of those pine needles. Nah, I said screw it, didn't go in the backyard. Looking for crack weeds on my way back to the trailer. And usually around this time too, I'm glancing around the yard just to see if there's something I missed, man. This is just a handheld echo blower that I use for residential properties. I've got 2 backpacks, but I like using this better. I'm not doing big ass leaf cleanups with it anytime soon, but it does what I need to do, man. It's $150, $160, and as of right now, it'll be 2 years. It's been my #1 blower. That's kind of funny. I don't do commercial either, but if I was doing big ass parking lots and stuff like that, I mean that's this handheld blower wouldn't be an option at all. But it does. Oh, and what's cool too is it same air filters, fuel filters, filters, all that shit as my other 2-stroke equipment, edgers, hedge trimmers, line trimmers, all that shit. Being at my parents' house, of course, I didn't get paid to cut this one, so I wasn't sad to see it go. And I ended up mowing, I guess, I don't know if you call it that, I mow across the street too. And, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago, the next door neighbors had me mow their lawn. Whether they become a regular customer or not, I don't know, but that'll be cool. I freed up the time with not having to mow this one anymore. My parents moved like an hour and a half north of where this house is now, so they're not on my cut list anymore. And that's that.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode of The Lone Lawnman. I'm really excited to finally get this off the ground, and more episodes will be soon to follow. If you could, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. I'm going to read everything, man. reply to hopefully some of you. Thanks again. Take care.